disgusting fan base trash their organization is. It's because of the fans! It's because of the fans, man!
Let's get it going!
What is going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Ravi&Ray podcast. We are in a new location, baby. Let's go, man. Ravi, how you doing, dude?
I'm doing great, man. I'm digging this location. Maybe we can start doing it here more often over here.
I know, it's pretty sick, man.
Yeah, I do like it.
I like it too.
Absolutely. But you know what? Today is the day we're just gonna jump straight into action over here. There's Doretta waving to you over there, by the way, you missed it. We're just gonna jump in straight into the action over here, right? We're not gonna waste any time today.
Let's go.
We want to get these people in and out within 30 minutes. That's our goal. Let's see if we can do it, because when we start talking, we start talking. But we're gonna start talking with some Bill Belichick news. Ian Rappaport has reported, Ray, that Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft have a meeting on Monday to discuss what went wrong with the New England Patriots season this year. And I think that this is a meeting, Ray, to determine if Bill Belichick gets to keep his job or not. I would still be a little shocked to see us separate ways from Bill Belichick on Monday, but I want to get your take, man. I want to know, what is this meeting about? What is going on? And are we finally seeing the end of the era and Bill Belichick leading the New England Patriots?
Yeah, I think that Bill Belichick, I think two things are going to happen. I think number one, I think that Bill Belichick is either going to stay the head coach and they're going to hire a GM.
Yeah.
And the GM's going to take over and Bill will just be a head coach.
Yeah.
The second thing is I think I think Bill Belichick is going to go. I think Robert Kraft's going to ask him, hey, I think he's going to use every single connection he has to get him to where he wants to go.
Gotcha.
So if he wants to be the head coach of the Steelers, if he wants to be the head coach of the, X, Y, and Z, he will go there and they'll get the connections to do it.
Yeah. But what do you think will happen? I know these are speculations that might happen.
I think he's going to go.
You think he's going to go?
I think he's going to go.
Do you think they're going to part ways? Do you think they're going to fire Bill? Or do you think he's going to get traded?
To be honest with you, I think they're going to part ways. I think it's going to be nothing but respect. It has to be respect because of what that man has done for your guys' organization for a million years. Yeah. And you would have to just part ways. Yeah. I think he's going to part ways.
I think out of respect, I think that's what we talked about before. And we talked about saying, is it time for the Patriots to trade Bill Belichick? And me and you went back and forth on it. I just think Bill Belichick has done so much for this organization, stepped in, taken financial pay cuts away from the coaching staff so that he can put it more elsewhere to get the stadium where it needs to be, to get the fan base where it needs to be, to get the social media where it needs to be. He's done so much for this organization. I do think that if he leaves, it will be an equal agreement that they are parting ways. I don't think we're going to end up, unfortunately, getting anything for him on a trade, even though we probably could. But I think out of respect, I think we're going to let Bill go. And I'm okay with either way it goes, to be quite frank with you. But I think that in 2024, the season that's coming up, I think Bill Belichick is still going to be the head coach.
Let's go.
And I think Dave Ziegler, when he went to the Raiders from the New England Patriots coaching scouting staff, I think he's going to come back into New England, and I think he's going to take over the GM role. And I think that would be a great move for us, to be honest. I think he did a great job in Vegas signing people like Devontae Adams, getting people like Jacoby Myers through the door, re-signing key pieces like Hunter Renfrow, re-signing key like Max Crosby, Pro Bowler this year,
Oh, yeah.
I think Dave Ziegler has actually done a phenomenal job, and I think it would be in the Patriots' best interest this year to, if we are going to keep Bill Belichick, to hire Dave Ziegler as our GM.
I definitely agree with that. I think he's the best fit for the job. And my only last question to you, Rob, about this topic would be: is there anybody else that you would want to be a GM? That except for Dave Zeitler, is there anybody else that catches your eye? Maybe, possibly. Anybody that you could think of in a sense, or you think Dave Zeitler is the man for the job?
I think Dave Ziegler is the man for the job,
Yeah,
especially with Bill Belichick being over there,
Yeah.
former New England Patriot coming back. It just seems to be what happens the last 20 plus years. That's what happens. Our coaches leave. They are not successful. Though I think Dave Ziegler was really successful in Vegas because he got some good pieces in there. He didn't have a good head coach in Josh McDaniels. That's what happened.
Right,
And because of that, you have to take out the Patriot way because the players weren't liking it. And I think that's the only reason Dave Ziegler lost the job, or I think he would have been maybe even there next year if it wasn't for Josh McDaniels.
I agree, 100%.
Absolutely. But we got great Week 18 football, but we have a playoff game. We have a finals game.
Let's go.
Coming up.
Let's go.
Where is this game taking place at? Do you know?
This game is taking place in Houston.
This game is taking place in Houston.
Hell yeah.
So it's pretty central.
Yeah.
Washington, Alabama, it's pretty central.
Yeah.
I can see that. Okay,
Yeah.
That's a great location.
That's
like
fantastic. I think
Too bad it's Texas, but yeah.
I do think it gives the fans, like you said, an equal opportunity
Yeah.
to go. I think it should. Hopefully, it stays 50-50, man.
Yeah.
50% Huskies, 50% Michigan.
And that 50% Michigan is going to be very sad. On a very sad play right home because I'm telling you, Michael Penix is coming to shred Jim Harbaugh. John Harbaugh? Which Harbaugh? Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh. He's coming to shred Jim. You know what? He's going to shred Jim Harbaugh so bad that he's going to go shred John Harbaugh too, the Baltimore Ravens. That's how bad. Michael Penix draft stock is about to rise on Monday, and people are going to think, is it Drake May or Michael Penix after this game? I do believe so.
You know, I gotta disagree with that, Rob. You know, go blue, baby, go blue. We are about to win this football game. The physicality of the Michigan Wolverines is not to be overlooked.
Yeah.
I mean, to go against Alabama, to go against Jalen Milroe, who is extremely dynamic with his legs, and have 7 sacks. I think they had 7 or 8 sacks that game. I mean, that just shows the physicality of this football team.
Yeah.
This matchup is going to come down to one thing. Actually 2 things. I apologize. 2 things. Can the Michigan Wolverines front 4 or front 7 instead go and get the quarterback?
Yeah.
I believe that Washington has the best offensive line in football. I really believe that when it comes to pass protection.
Yeah.
They always and those guys are deadly on the outside. I mean, for Washington, the second last key of this game is I believe in Michigan's defense. Can you believe in Washington's defense? That's the question right there, man. That's the biggest question for any Washington fan. They let up 30-plus points against a good Texas team. Man, can you stop Blake Corum? Can you stop Courtney Loveland? Can you stop?
You stop the best quarterback in Michigan football history, J.J. McCarthy? As per Jim Harbaugh, right?
I mean,
hey, but you know what? Tom Brady came out and he said, "You know what? I agree. J.J. McCarthy is the best."
Really?
Best Michigan, and you know, Jim Harbaugh played quarterback there.
He did play quarterback.
So I mean, you know, so he's dissing everyone, including Brady, including himself. And for Brady to come out and say that J.J. McCarthy is the best Michigan quarterback to ever play, that's some high praise.
That's some really high praise, man. And honestly, I believe that Tom Brady would say that anyways. Do I believe that Tom Brady means what he says? I don't.
No.
Because I think he's saying that because of the moment.
Yeah.
Because Tom Brady obviously is a huge Michigan guy. Like I said, go blue. We're about to dominate. And, dude, I got to ask you, man, what's your prediction on the score?
My prediction is going to be like 70-5, maybe.
Well, does this count towards our jerseys?
You know what? Let's make it fun.
Yeah.
We're going to make this count towards our jerseys.
Let's go. Right now, we are tied, if I'm not mistaken.
We are neck and neck. We are tied up.
Are we tied?
We are tied up. I believe we are.
So I went for Miami, right? And you went for Dallas? No, did I go?
I went for the Lions. And,
I went for the
Cowboys. The ref screwed that game up
big
time, but that's on a different topic. But I'm surprised, man. You're not taking your purple team over here. You're not taking the Washington Huskies. I thought, what about Baltimore Ravens? Now you're saying go blue? Are you secretly becoming a New England Patriots fan?
Go blue? No way, man. I mean, hey, this is college football, baby. This is college football. Let's go, man. I am so excited for this game.
Prediction on the score. One more thing before I say the prediction on the score. I think this game will really come down to Michael Penix and to see how much he can truly deliver. If he delivers in this game, even if he loses, I think his draft stock can rise. If he fails to deliver, I think his draft stock will stay about the same, but he might take a little bit of a hit to even maybe a guy like JJ McCarthy. And we could see Michael Penix possibly falling out of the first round.
Do you see JJ McCarthy's draft stock going up by any chance if he has the game?
He has to play a good game. I know he played a good game managing game against Alabama, but quite frankly, from that game, I wasn't overly impressed.
Yeah.
I do think JJ McCarthy will be a successful quarterback.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that when we get to the draft.
100%.
But I think this game will come down to Michigan coming for Michael Penix, and Michael Penix has been historically really bad when he gets outside of the pocket. And what's Michigan going to try to do? They're going to put pressure right up the middle to make him go out of the pocket, and that's where they're going to make him struggle. I can see this being more of a defensive game, to be quite honest with you. But this is also college football. So because of that, I'm going to go 31-28 Washington Huskies in a nail biter. JJ McCarthy will have the ball in the last few moments, and he will choke.
Wow. You know what? So basically, I feel like what you're telling me here, sir, is the only way for you guys to win is a shootout.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think in a defensive game, I think that Michigan's defense overpowers Washington all day.
And I believe good news is too that the running back that we had seen when they should have just hurt the knees, he got injured really bad. He actually, I believe he's going to play.
Yeah, he was walking on the sideline a little bit after.
And honestly, dude, I'm very happy to see that. I understand that Washington Huskies are, supposed, they're got to be our rivals for this week. You know what I mean? Like for this upcoming game, but I'm happy to see that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like fair is fair. I want the best of the best. We want their best versus our best. My prediction, honestly, I'm really sorry, Rob. I'm gonna be honest, man. I think it's gonna be 40, 42-21. 42-21. I really think we're gonna dominate this football game.
42-21. Wow.
I just believe the physicality of Michigan. I think it's really gonna be extremely overwhelming, and I think you're gonna see Blake Corum.
That's what I'm scared of.
Blake Corum, I think, is going to have a great game. I think those wide receivers for J.J. McCarthy, I think you're going to see a different J.J. McCarthy in this one. I think he got over the hump, and it's on him.
I would love to see it because I still love Michigan, but it's all about the Huskies, and we're going to go Huskies. There we go.
I would like to ask you guys, though, who do you guys want to go for? Go Blue, baby, or the Huskies?
Everybody's going to cheer for the Huskies. Who wants Michigan and a Harbaugh to win, right? But anyway, speaking of Harbaugh's to win, we got one last week, right? This is it. 18 weeks of football gone. That's it.
Gone.
That's insane to me.
It's horrible.
There's teams that are playing this week. The Bills are playing this week. On primetime, I believe, Sunday Night Football. Yeah, they're playing this week.
What a game that is.
If the Bills win, they can be the number 2 seed. If they lose, they can get kicked out of the playoffs.
I believe so. The scenarios on those games, I believe if the Ravens beat the Steelers, then Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Panthers. So if that happens, that's extremely possible that they can get knocked out.
Sorry, Jaguars, I don't think are playing Panthers. Jaguars are playing
that's the Titans. Is it the
right here? Yeah.
Titans, I apologize. I believe that was the situation. If the Steelers lose and then if the Jags win, then the Bills are out.
But the Jags are playing for their playoff hopes too, because if they lose, Houston wins. Houston and CJ Stroud, first year there, are going to the playoffs, man. Where Bryce Young ended off with the worst record. Two different systems. I totally understand, but you have to give it up to CJ Stroud. He had a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
Hands down, rookie of the year. Or Puka Nacua.
Hey, I'm going to go a step further with CJ Stroud. If CJ Stroud did not get injured, he not only would have been rookie of the year, he would have been MVP.
I think he would have had a great case to be an MVP.
Oh, hands down MVP. Like there's no what he was doing.
It's insane.
It was unbelievable.
And then when you factor into all that he's a rookie and that's his first year in there, it's really impressive.
And honestly, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, for the Ravens, the Cleveland Browns are the scariest team." If the Texans go, they are the scariest team because no one had an answer for CJ Stroud.
I agree.
And I believe that defense plays 10 times, 100,000 times harder when he's on the field because that's their guy,
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you, man. Let's just jump straight into it.
Let's go.
I'll go first, to be fair, because you went first last week. I'll go fair this week. I'm a little scared. Do not want to be wearing a Baltimore Ravens jersey.
I can't wait for you. I mean, Lamar's going to win the MVP. He's going to be a Super Bowl MVP, and he's going to win the Super Bowl. So I can't wait for you.
The last time I checked, you have to have a better record than 1-3 in the playoffs to win the Super Bowl. But we'll get to that.
I believe he's going to be 4-3.
4-3. I believe he'll be 1-4. But we'll get to that. Because who's going to take him out is Joe Flacco. Divisional round. I can't wait. But you know what? Saturday football. I don't even know we have Saturday football till now. Baltimore Ravens. No Lamar. Is there anybody else sitting?
I
don't
no
believe
Lamar
so, right?
Jackson, no Marlon Humphrey, no Kyle Hamilton. So these guys
Those are precautions.
no Zay Flowers. He had a calf problems with his calf. No OBJ. He's been having problems all over. I believe no Roquan Smith. They're not going to play Rowe. You have to sit him
Of
too.
course.
They're not going to play Tyler Linderbaum, our center, who's an extremely important piece of this offense. Kevin Zeitler is not going to play. Ronnie Stanley's not going to play, who's our left tackle. Has been injured pretty much majority of the season, the whole
Majority
season.
of the career.
And Morgan Moses, pretty much majority. Morgan Moses, our right tackle, is not going to play as well. Daryl Worley, he's our corner, is not going to play. We have a lot of secondary places, secondary depth that is going to be tested against the Steelers. I mean, a lot of these guys are coming off from the practice waiver wire. Rashad Bateman's going to be our number one starter. Laquan Treadwell. I don't know if you remember him.
Laquan Treadwell, drafted by the Minnesota Vikings, by the way.
Yes.
I believe pick 22 in that draft.
Yes, first round, man. And he's going to be playing, dude. We may even see a little bit of Dalvin Cook, who just recently signed. So
Laquan Treadwell and Dalvin Cook on the same team again?
Yeah, so it's gonna be a heavy case of Melvin Gordon. Dude, I'm excited for this football game. I'm honestly, dude, I think the Baltimore Ravens are gonna win. Their season's that special.
Really?
It's that special. And it reminds me of 19. We did the same thing in 19, and who did we play? We played the Steelers at the last game, and we won.
Yeah.
I believe in this football team. This team is special, man, and I'm dead serious. I think we're gonna win this football game.
Is it Mason Rudolph? How do I cheer for Mason Rudolph, man?
The Steelers have been playing good ball. I will give them that. They have been playing good ball, but it's too late. 2 weeks. 2 weeks of good ball. That's it. It ends at M&T Bay.
I got Pittsburgh.
Let's
I'm
go.
going to take Pittsburgh on this one. And the only reason is just because of all those people that you said. If you said half of those people were playing, I probably would have picked Baltimore Ravens.
I would also like to mention one last thing before we go to the next game. Wind gusts are about 40 to 50 miles an hour. Extremely cold weather.
Yeah.
It is going to be physicality, hard ball, and the both field goal kickers, Justin Tucker, and I think it's Chris Boswell are going to have an extremely hard time picking the ball. You're going to see a lot of it might be I think it's going to be a low scoring game. It's not going to be high scoring at all.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm still going to take Pittsburgh because of all the people that are out. And also because Pittsburgh's fighting for their life on this game.
They are.
So I'm going to take Pittsburgh on this one.
I hope Steelers lose. Because if they lose, they're out of the playoffs. That's a revenge game, man. Everybody on the Steelers hype train has been just like on comments and everything I've been seeing online. They always just give us that shit because we lost that earlier this year. They always give us.
I feel like every game is a revenge game for Baltimore.
Yeah.
But you know who's going to get the revenge on Baltimore is Mr. Joe Cool. Joe Flacco.
Yeah, right.
But next up, we got Houston Texans taking on the Colts. I'm going to take the Texans. I know C.J. Stroud's missed a few games. He's coming back from concussion. Gardner Minshew, I mean, some days he looks like Tom Brady out there, and then some days he looks like Nathan Peterman. So it's hard to tell with Gardner Minshew. I'm going to say that they don't perform over here. Texans are fighting for their playoff chances. I'm going to take Houston in this one.
Houston, I got to take Houston as well, Robbie. I got to be honest with you. But I will admit there's a big part of me that wants to go with the Colts.
Yeah.
I think the Colts have a good fighting chance.
Mhm.
I mean, C.J. Stroud, we have to remember he is a rookie.
Yeah.
He is a rookie. He's playing extremely good football, but he is a rookie. So it's going to be, you know what? Give me the Colts.
What? Where did that come from?
Give me the Colts.
What?
This is our last. First and foremost, this is our last week, sir.
Is that the only reason?
This is our last week. This is it, man. Our last picks to see who gets it all. Let's make it extremely interesting. I'm going to make this as interesting as I can, strategically, because I think the Colts have a really good chance of winning this football game.
I think they do too. I'm not counting the Colts out. I'm not counting the Colts out. And like we said, C.J. Stroud coming back 2-game concussion. I mean, will he be the same C.J. Stroud? Is he going to be a little scared now in the pocket? So, I mean, you could be onto something, to be very honest with you. So, I really don't hate that pick. And I don't hate it even more just because that's one game that I'm up now.
I got 2-0,
But next up, we got your favorite team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, taking on the Carolina Panthers. This one's a tough one because I really, really, really want to pick Carolina just because of everything we see with Dave Tepper up in the booth throwing drink to the Jaguar fans and the frustration and Bryce Young first year. They got to make sure he wins. But this team is just absolutely horrendous, man. I cannot pick the Carolina Panthers at all this season, and I'm going to stick to that on Week 18. I'm going to take Tampa Bay. I'm going to take Baker Mayfield and the Bucs on this one.
Yeah, I have a coworker, his name is Sua, and he's a huge Carolina Panther fan. I'm really sorry, Sua, man. I'm not going to be able to go for your team. I like the Panthers.
Yeah.
I love the Panthers fans. I like the organization a lot.
Yeah.
But they're not playing this football.
Yeah.
I think Baker's going to just have one of those good games, and I think they're going to dominate.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine if Panthers had a receiver like DJ Moore or someone? Like, I feel like they
and a running back in Christian McCaffrey.
Oh my God! Like, I feel like they would be such a good team, right?
Oh man, I think they'd be fantastic.
But I guess you can't draft them all. So, moving on, we got the Cleveland Browns traveling to Cincinnati Buccaneers. Joe Flacco's sitting this game, if I heard that correctly. So he is not playing. I don't know who's starting for this team right now, but I'm going to take Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to take Cincinnati. And because the greatest Baltimore Ravens quarterback, Joe Flacco, is not playing, I'm going to take Cincinnati in this one.
Wow. So it is confirmed Joe's not playing.
I am about 90% sure Joe's not playing.
So
I'll look it up right now.
But couldn't Cleveland lose their fifth seed, or they're locked in as the fifth seed? It doesn't matter if they win or lose.
I believe Cleveland's locked in.
Really?
Yeah. Cleveland's locked in. Because they have a really good record.
Then I'm gonna go for the Bengals.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go with the Cincinnati Bengals then, because I didn't know strength of schedule was gonna factor in. Because if the Bills win and the Miami Dolphins lose, they're tied with Cleveland.
I see what you mean. Let me see about Joe Flacco right now. That's a very good point because they could lose that seed and go down to 6, and now they have maybe possibly one less home game.
And also, too, the Cleveland Browns will have a worse divisional record than the Miami Dolphins. So I really believe that they would get kicked down.
Yeah.
They would lose their 5th seed. So I'm assuming they should play unless they are really that confident, unless they really just don't care.
Yeah.
But and I honestly, dude, I think it's going to be a really good game too, Robbie. Whether Flacco plays or not, I mean, it's the divisional rival matchup. I mean, no matter that AFC North, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, man, there was a crazy stat I had seen. They counted all the wins and losses for every single division. So the AFC East, the AFC North, the AFC North has dominated the whole league,
I believe
collective whole. And that just shows you how crazy the North is, man. Like, the North doesn't play around. Like, we are truly on that this entire division is on another level. I mean, the competition every single year it feels like that. Everybody says, "Oh, I think Patrick Mahomes' division is the hardest with the Raiders," and when Derek Carr had went there, and and all that stuff, and look what happened there, or they'll say, "Oh, I think the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants and all these guys are going to be the best division this year. Look what happened there, So I think AFC football, man, AFC North football is truly on another level.
I agree.
I understand San Francisco's division is very good. And the Seattle Seahawks, the Los Angeles Rams, I think that those guys, that division's extremely good, but I think the North is on the level. Physicality is no joke. You gotta be a different type of person to be up there.
You don't have to be a Baltimore Raven fan nor a Pittsburgh Steelers fan to absolutely love that rival.
Yeah.
When those two teams they strap up, you're gonna watch that game. And to get back to it, Joe Flacco's out, Amari Cooper's out, Gregory Newsom is out.
Wow.
But for the Bengals, T. Higgins is listed as doubtful. So they got some things they're dealing with on their own end as well. Yeah. But I'm gonna stick to the Bengals on that pick.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. Moving on, we got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. This one's also a tough one. Vikings, I know they're playing for their playoff chances. They need quite some things to happen, I think. They can win if they can be in the playoffs. If they win, and a Green Bay loss, and a Seattle loss, and a Tampa loss, or they can lose with a Green Bay loss, Seattle loss, and a Saints loss, and they can still be in. So I think the Vikings are still playing for something.
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't trust the Vikings at all. I just don't know if, on the top of my head, at the time of this recording as well, if Detroit is sitting in any of their players.
No, Detroit has to play. The reason why Detroit has to play is because we understand that they're not going to be the second seed, but they can have a chance to be the third.
Got you.
So they have to fight for that, because if they tie with Philly, I think Philly's ahead of them.
Perfect. Then give me Detroit on this one.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Detroit too. However, it would be very interesting. I just would like to mention that I think you said that with the Green Bay loss, they do have a really good chance of getting upset by the Bears. I believe it just feels.
I do too.
So, yeah. But I know we'll get to that game soon. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, we got the Patriots versus the Jets. I'm wearing this green today for a reason, because I'm picking the Patriots.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, finally, after a million years, this gentleman here finally goes for his football team. Goes for his football team.
After you've had the season the Patriots have had, you will never pick the Patriots against the Bills, and you will never pick them against the Chiefs. But for some reason, you picked them.
And they win. They win because that's the fate. That's fate.
Against the Broncos. Yeah, that was absolutely insane. I got the Pats on this one. This is a game that I wish we would lose, but I think we're going to pull out the win, because who tries to lose in the NFL? Nobody does that. These guys are playing for Bill Belichick's life. Bill Belichick is playing for his own life. The players absolutely love Bill Belichick, and they do not want him to leave. So I think the players are going to show up, and I think we're going to absolutely dismantle the Jets, to be very honest.
I just want to I'm going to go for the New England Patriots as well. I just want to let every single New England Patriot fan that is out there that is watching, or everybody around the world, if you are not watching that game, if the fans that are in New England, even if you're traveling in, if that stadium is not packed to the max, 100% shame on you. Because you know what, dude, if this is Bill Belichick's last game, you have to give him that respect of giving him that last hurrah and going crazy. So I am going to peek into this game, and I swear if that stadium's not packed to the max, I'm going to give you a call, Rob, and be like, I'm very disappointed in your organization for that. That's just me.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with you. Last game of the season, possibly last game of Bill Belichick. No more Tom Brady, as we know that he's left a few years now. This is the team. This is a game that we need to win, and this is a game that this could go down as pretty historic. So I think the fans definitely need to show out on this one. So I agree with you on that. Next up, we have the Saints versus the Falcons. I hate both of these teams, man. I honestly do. The inconsistency on both of these teams, it's just really it's a coin flip to see which team will show up. I'm just gonna throw my money on the Saints on this one, since they are playing for. Well, I guess the Falcons are playing for a fighting chance too, but it's very, very unlikely. They have currently a 14% chance to make the playoffs. If they win, it'll go up to 36. They need quite some help to do it. I still think the Saints are going to pull it out on this one.
I agree, man. I think the Saints defense is going to overwhelm them. I think they're going to have Kamara's just have a good fielding, and it's over.
I hate these teams too. I just want to reiterate that. But anyways, next up we got the Jaguars taking on, I believe, Ryan Tannehill.
Wow.
And the Tennessee Titans. Mike Vrabel, I don't know if you saw the video clip, him going off on the reporter or not. The reporter asked him a question, and he's like, "What do you think, man? We're trying to win. Like, this thing sucks. Who the hell wants to lose?" And then they tried to pan out to someone else, and then they came back to him, and Mike Vrabel's like, well, do you have any other stupid questions? Like, and he was just absolutely pissed, and I don't blame him. Who likes to lose? But they're going to lose at this matchup because I do think the Jags are going to win this game, to be honest with you. Trevor Lawrence, I believe, is good to go.
Look, I'm going to agree with you. I would really like to disagree with you.
I would like to disagree with myself, too.
I don't think the Jags are going to win.
No.
But due to the circumstance that we are in with this jersey, I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Because I just don't think they're going to win, Rob.
This whole time, when I'm picking right now,
Yeah.
I'm picking, let me not get too fancy and cute, because I got a 3-game lead in the beginning, and I got excited, and I messed up, so I was like, I'm not going to mess up anymore. But anyways, you taking the Jags on this one, too?
I am. I'm going to take the Jags.
I can see the Titans winning this game.
I think the Titans are going to win it.
Yeah.
But
I'm too scared to do it. Let's go. Next up, Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cardinals. Seahawks are on the bubble still. They're still fighting for their playoff chances. Well, Kyler showed out. Beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
Kyler's making a statement.
I think you called it that this could be a close game when we were making our predictions, if I wasn't mistaken.
It is going to be a close-ass game.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, like Kyler Murray in that running game. First and foremost, not just Kyler Murray, James Conner.
Yeah.
He's balling. He is balling.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I gotta mention this guy. I think he's the number one tight end in the league right now. Trey McBride. Who the hell is that guy?
Why is he not getting any love?
I don't know. That guy, in my opinion, next year, everybody in fantasy, he should be the number one tight end on the board. He is getting balling, dude.
Yeah.
But I gotta go with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I gotta go with the Seahawks. Geno Stone, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett,
Yeah, Geno Stone. I've only had Geno Smith. I agree with you.
Oh, sorry. Geno said my bad.
You always call him Geno Stone.
Geno
Stone is the former Baltimore Raven, right? Yeah. Kirk. Oh, he's
no. Oh, I think he's former.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, former Baltimore Raven. I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one, too. I know I was supposed to go first, but I'll let you go first. I like how you didn't notice that. But Seattle needs to win, and they need a Green Bay loss. They're in. If not, Seattle is pretty much screwed. They need to win this game.
Yeah.
Geno Stone or Geno Smith, one of them will win them this game. I'm going to take Seattle Seahawks in this one.
I believe in Pete Carroll.
Yeah, I do, too. Pete Carroll looks so much younger than Bill Belichick, but Bill Belichick is younger than Pete Carroll by a year. But still, it's kind of crazy, like to see them side by side, and you see Bill Belichick just standing there.
Bill's 71.
Yeah, and Pete is 72, I believe.
Is he?
Yeah, I believe he is.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
incredible,
insane.
Man.
This game though, I think I might watch this game from beginning to end because this game is going to be electric.
Yeah.
I want to hear some Justin Fields chants in Lambeau. I want to see some Bears fans show up and show out in Lambeau to support your guy, to tell him we don't need Caleb Williams. We have Justin freaking Fields over here. I'm going to still stick with the Chicago Bears like I have been since we've been picking. I love me Chicago. I love me the Bears. In a coin flip game, I'm going to still keep the Bears on this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers, man. I think Jordan Love, I got to be honest here. I talked a lot of shit about that guy. Jordan Love,
you did.
At the beginning of the season, he's kind of growing on me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I think he's you can just tell, man, I think he is the franchise quarterback for this organization. I think the Green Bay Packers at home in Lambeau, in the cold, they are going to take on the Bears, and I think they're going to beat them, dude.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm almost thinking to go back on my pick because I just looked it up right now. The Green Bay Packers, all they need to do in the playoffs is win and in.
And they're going to do it.
I think I'm going to switch my pick on this one, Ray. I'm sorry. I hate to do that to you, but I think you might have just convinced me to take Green Bay on this one, too.
Gentlemen, this jersey shit is hell real, dude.
As you can see, we're both sweating right now. But you know what? This one, I'm sure you're going to pick the home team on this one because Kansas City is traveling to LA. Actually, wait a minute. No Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick Mahomes is sitting in this game. Yeah. Travis Kelce's sitting. Rashee Rice is sitting. Chris Jones, I believe, is sitting. All their stud pieces are sitting. I don't know who to pick on this game. I really don't know. I want to pick the LA Chargers because they're actually playing for something. The Chiefs are not really playing for anything. I really don't know who to pick on this one.
This is hard.
Is Justin Herbert playing? He's not, right? He's on IR. He was not. He's done.
Yeah, Herbert's gone, right?
Give me the Chiefs. I'll stick with the Chiefs.
You know what I was gonna say? I'm gonna say the same. The Chiefs. I believe in Chad Henne.
Yeah. Believe in Chad Henne than the LA Chargers any day.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
That's pretty sad. Next up, we got the Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is another good gas.
This is
a real nail fire.
Yeah. Jared Stidham revenge game in Vegas. I'm gonna take Denver. I am taking Denver. Jared Stidham's gonna get his revenge in Vegas. Denver's a better overall team. Still, to be honest with you, I'm gonna take Denver, but I hate both of these teams, to be honest, so I don't really care.
Give me the Raiders. Give me Raider fans. Raider fans, please listen to me for a second.
Really, just take the Raiders. There's no
Raider fans. I've talked a lot of shit about your guys' organization. I would just like to say, for the first time in a long time, I think you guys are going to be great next year. You guys can be a good football team next year, and I just need this win. I need to get this dub over Rob, so that way the world sees him in a Lamar Jackson jersey. I'm trusting your football team, so I need all the energy from the Raider fans to please root as hard as you can, to go nuts as hard as you can, so that way this guy can get an L. Let's go.
Jersey or not, I just want to see the Raiders lose, just because I want to see you go off on the Raiders next week for making you lose this pick.
I'm giving them hell.
I really hope they lose now. Jersey or not, that's all I care about now. Philadelphia taking on another team they should beat, but will they beat? They lost to the Arizona Cardinals. Now they're going to play the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants. Tyrod Taylor, right?
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
Is Jalen Hurts playing?
He is.
Why are they playing? Because they have something to fight for.
I believe them and the Lions are tied, right?
They have for 3 and 4.
It would be for 3 and 4, and you would
or
want
2 and 3. I'm sorry.
No, 3. Cowboys don't lock it 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Cowboys just need to win. Cowboys need to win. Yeah, the Eagles are playing for something because the Cowboys and Eagles are tied. If the Cowboys lose to the Commanders, then they flip. Then Eagles are number 2.
Okay, I'll take the Eagles then.
But I believe if the Eagles and the Cowboys lose, the Lions are number 2. Yeah,
I would love that.
I would love the Lions too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take the Eagles.
I'm going to take the Eagles. Yeah. I got to.
Dude, how do you lose to the Arizona Cardinals? And if they lose to the New York Giants, I think we could be talking about Jalen Hurts on the hot seat next year.
I'm going to be honest with you here. If Jalen Hurts doesn't he loses his football game, I think you're right with that. But I think that they would have him for one more year. But I would definitely say, I believe right now he's very overrated. I think a lot of people thought that, oh man, Jalen Hurts is like the second best quarterback in the NFL. Like, he's pretty overrated.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how you feel about him, but yeah, dude.
I think he's a phenomenal quarterback, but I do think like he's not a top 3. I think he's the top 5.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he's a good quarterback.
No,
I don't think he's that good, man.
He's been declining. Like I feel like he hit his peak, and now I feel like he's losing his confidence and he's going backwards. And confidence is everything.
It is, especially for quarterback from a mental standpoint. And dude, I think I just don't see it. Like put Jalen Hurts. You know what? Let's do this. Put Jalen Hurts on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
You believe in him?
No.
Put Lamar Jackson in the Raiders. He'll do something. I think he'll win with what he has because he's proven it with Baltimore.
I agree.
Patrick Mahomes to the Raiders. You believe in him?
Patrick Mahomes, yeah, absolutely.
Jalen Hurts, you believe him?
No. Do not.
Can
I ask you real quick? Right now. You're starting the franchise, brand new, fresh.
Mhm.
You picking Jalen Hurts or you picking Dak Prescott?
Give me Dak Prescott.
I'm with you. I think
Give me Dak.
I think I'm taking Dak with you also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Dak for you.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's go. Next up. All right, I can't even say here we go anymore.
Man.
But next game, we
Next
have
game.
the LA Rams now taking on the SF Niners. The Niners are locked in. They're not playing for anything. I believe they're resting all their starters as well, right?
Yes.
The Rams are still playing for seeding.
Yes. The Rams have to win.
The Rams have to be winning.
If they win, they are in.
But I thought they're already in, or they're still just playing just for seeding.
I believe they're playing for seeding.
Okay, so I'll take the Rams on this one.
I'm taking the Rams as well. And also, I just would like to mention, just in this game, there's been a lot of talk with the Ravens about resting their starters. But you know what's messed up is online. Nobody else is talking about the San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this question, Robbie. Do you believe in resting? Or do you believe in starting?
I still believe in playing a few snaps. I don't believe in resting all the way.
What does a few snaps mean?
Drive or two?
A drive or two?
Yeah.
And if by any reason your quarterback goes down,
I'm just talking about.
I feel like how could you live with that as a coach?
For me, yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Right?
That's worst case scenario. Absolutely. I totally agree. But I just believe for me that it's just, we've seen it so many times that teams rest their starters and they come back and they're just cooled off. That red fire hot streak that they were on, it's finally cooled off. Their confidence isn't fully there because, practice reps are different than game time reps. That's a tough one. It's a double-edged sword. I truly believe that there's no right pick on that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Are you taking the Rams as well on this game?
I have to.
Yeah.
I got to take the Rams.
Absolutely. Cowboys and the Commanders.
What a game. This is going to be a game. I'm tuning into this one.
I'll take the Cowboys on this one.
I'm going to take the Cowboys too, but I would not be shocked if Washington.
I would not be shocked if the Commandos pull out an upset.
The Cowboys are seriously the worst road team in the NFL, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
They are a very bad road team. Obviously, I would put them on par with the Panthers.
And I believe
as far as the road,
yeah.
As far as the road.
I believe last year, the Eagles, when they were 11-0, the team that ended their streak was the Commanders. So the Commanders are known to spoil the division rivals. I would not be surprised if they take out the Dallas Cowboys.
I apologize. I just want to let everybody know, too, Ron Rivera's last game is with Washington. And Ron Rivera in that organization with those players, he is extremely well respected. Mm-hmm. Extremely well respected. I believe he got even more well respected. I don't know if you remember that post conference thing where he was going crazy on those reports, basically saying we're fighting for our, And but yeah, dude, he's extremely well respected, and I think they're going to play their asses. This is going to be their Super Bowl. Yeah, this is their Super Bowl right here, and I think they're going to give Dallas everything they got. Yeah, and I'm rooting for Washington.
Everything they got and everything we got.
But I'm going for the Cowboys.
And this next game, though, Ray, I'm so glad they flexed this to Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Bills could honestly not even be in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken right now. The Buffalo Bills are going to be taking on the Miami Dolphins in Miami.
Hell yeah.
This is going to be a tough one because this is also going to decide who is number 2. And this is also going to decide if Buffalo gets to even be in the playoffs, which is just absolutely insane to me. It went in, obviously, for Buffalo. But Buffalo can also, if they lose, they could lose the seeding. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills on this game. I think they've just been too red hot.
I apologize. The Bills, if the Ravens beat the Steelers and the Titans beat the Jags, the Bills are out, and if they lose, the Bills are out. Yeah. Right? No. It's something. All right. No, I think it's the Steelers beat the Ravens. I'm sorry. I think I got it backwards. Steelers beat Ravens, and then Jags beat Titans. Miami beats Buffalo. That knocks them out. The Bills are out of the playoffs.
Yeah. That's exactly
Right?
what needs to happen. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm looking
let's
at it right now.
go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really tough one. I think Buffalo is a team that we all need to be scared of going into the playoffs. To be honest, I'm honestly scared of them more than the Miami Dolphins. So I am going to take Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen in this one.
I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins in this game.
Wow.
Honestly, I know that you said, hey, like, I think if they go to the playoffs, they're scary. They're not.
Yeah.
Josh Allen is playing absolute horrible football. That's why they have to run it a million times. If you could match the physicality on that and make Josh Allen throw and be Superman, you can basically just turn to Clark Kent because when he becomes Superman, he's trash.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to do that. I think he's going to try to become Superman, and I think the Dolphins are going to tear him apart.
To be honest, I think Josh Allen plays better football when they do let him be Superman because when he's actually running the ball, he has the little energy to him that makes him better and more confident passing the ball. So I think when they let Josh Allen be Superman, I think that's best for him.
Yeah, I have to respectfully disagree. I think when you let him be Superman, he has a lot of turnovers. And turnovers are extremely, extremely important in this game.
Nobody turns it over more than him, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But, I mean, on the flip side, I believe he's up there in the touchdowns for this year, too. So I believe he's leading, yeah.
Or is it him or Tua or something?
I think Josh Allen has the edge on Tua right now, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, you get what you pay for sometimes, but, so he's got to get those turnovers down if he wants to be a successful quarterback. I do think he took a step back this year from all the previous years. Every year we love Josh Allen coming out of the draft. We loved Josh Allen coming out of the draft.
Bro.
We called him a QB1 in that draft. He was it.
Do you remember when that dude was like, he was on what was he, like in the end zone?
Yeah.
He wasn't even standing, he was on his knees.
He was on his knees through it. 20.
Yeah,
on the other side.
Like, the 50.
It was absolutely
unreal.
Insane. Yeah.
It was unreal.
On his knees.
That's crazy.
This guy has a rocket cannon arm. We do have some disagreements. Here we go, right? It's going to come down to this.
Let's go.
Next week, we're going to find out. And we'll find out when we're back here on Monday of next week at 7 p.m.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Any last words for us, Ray?
No, man. Just I could have fun. That was dope, dude. That was dope.
Absolutely.
Hope to see you guys on next time at 7.
Yeah, absolutely. And until next time, we'll see you guys.
Peace.